Well, let's start the program in Victoria, where the state Labor government has decided to mandate light-coloured roofs for some new homes. Now, the government argues that light-coloured roofing will reduce energy consumption as well as cooling the local climate on hot days. If the Labor government really wanted to address energy supply, they could always allow energy companies to access the vast reservoirs of gas in the state. But no, they don't want to do that. They'd prefer to legislate what colour steel you can whack on top of your house. The problem, of course, is that while light-coloured roofing is great during summer, it's not so great during winter when you want to keep the heat trapped in. According to Sustainability Victoria, 43% of new home costs are spent on warming a home compared to just 4% on cooling costs, which means whatever small amount of energy you saved with light-coloured roofing during summer, you'd lose in winter when everybody turns their radiators on. How to solve this problem? Caleb and Liz, I've got an idea. What if the Victorian government banned dark-coloured roofing during summer and outlawed light-coloured roofing during winter? That way, you would save energy all year round. Now, I know there's a problem. It means Victorian homeowners would need to re-roof their house every 6 months. But I would argue in the socialist state of Victoria, what's one more erroneous, costly, stupid piece of legislation to adhere to on top of everything else? I reckon I've solved their problem.
Well, it's only a lick of paint. I mean, you know, just get a government contract with the Dulux or some other mob and it sounds brilliant. In fact, I'm going off to create myself a paint company now and I'm going to be selling it all over Victoria very shortly. I mean, seriously, if you want to put a dark roof on your house, you're the person who has to pay the cost when it comes to turning the air conditioner on in summer. And you can't tell me that people who have a light-coloured roof are not going to use their air conditioners in summer. If it's hot, you're going to turn your air conditioner on anyway, right? You know, if you have a black car, we know that a black car gets hot. But if you have a white car, do you ever go out to your car when it's sitting in the blazing sun, open the door and go, "Oh, gee, it's like the Arctic Circle in here"? No, it still gets hot. Like, it might be marginally less hot than a black car, but it still gets bloody hot inside there. It will not make a lick of difference. All they're doing is making the world ugly. They're telling you we all have to look the same way. Here comes the conformity. Everyone has to have the same roof. They already make you live in these ugly little dog boxes that in 50 years' time will be falling apart and rotting and no one will want to live in anymore. We all have to live in the same row of houses. It's absolutely disgusting, and now you can't even choose the colour of your roof. I say to you, Jacinda Allen, stick it up yours. I'm not letting you choose the colour of my roof. I will choose the colour of my roof and the circumstances in which it will be built. It just irks me so much because a property is so much a case of individuality, like a car, right? And so when they start telling you the things you can and cannot do, like the colours you can put on your house, I mean, we may as well go and live in Russia.
But see how they've done this? It's actually now more expensive to use dark-coloured roofing because the builders have to apply for a permit.
There you go.
And that permit costs money. So if you want a dark-coloured roof, like they do with everything else, we're just going to make it less feasible, less viable, less attractive for you to actually choose the option that you would otherwise choose. No, we're going to just shimmy you further and further toward whatever we want by making it the most affordable option, and then we'll congratulate you on sustainability for the win. Get a load of this actual colour-coded. This is, what you are looking at is the light reflective value of a colour, right? And under this new mandate, should it proceed, you cannot choose a roofing colour that is more than 50%, okay? So look at the right side of the scale there and figure out what colour you'd like. Can you imagine how blinding this is going to be for pilots? You're going to be flying along. All these roofs are going to be reflecting. You're going to need sunglasses on your sunglasses. It's just so impractical. But what really gets my goat is the fact that government keep doing this in ways big or small, and it's always around saving the planet. I want to know, does this get us from 1.3% of global emissions to 1.2? I mean, they never actually tell you, and in real time, this is what it's going to do to save the planet. This is how it's going to get emissions down and make our living more sustainable. No, they don't. And in fact, as you've just detailed, it's pushed over so easily because you're like, but heating is more expensive and this is going to make homes colder during the colder months. So please explain to me how this is coming out in the wash. No, they never do, because they've probably just made some U-Butte deal with some white Tyler in Victoria who's like, thanks guys, really appreciate this, and is about to become a billionaire.
I'm getting the numbers, it's just coming through. So it's 1.29% we'll get down to if you put a white roof on your house. And by the way, no, I just made that up. Just for clarification before you start writing letters in and, APA start giving clarifications about this stuff. But have you ever seen a house with a white roof, unless it is like a white-themed house, that looks good? Like, who's going to look at a house with a white roof on it, like an ordinary suburban house, and go, gee whiz, that's where I want to live?
Love it.
It looked butt ugly.